Reports have stated a second man sustained gunshot injuries as a result of the shooting which took place in a shop. An eyewitness, who asked to remain unknown, said about 6 shots were fired during a scuffle among some men. As recalled by the eyewitness, 2 men were shot and were rushed to the OKEU hospital, where one of them was pronounced dead. Investigators have said the perpetrator is still at large. Still on the regional scene, Minister of Economic Affairs and Investment in Barbados, Chad Blackman, has said that the country has some way to go regarding its United Nations 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development Goals, SDGs, despite the achievement or being on track for 45.3% of targets. During talks at a national consultation on priority indicators for the SDGs at the Lloyd Erskine Sandyford Center, the minister emphasized the urgent need for renewed commitment and strategy revision with only 6 years remaining until the 2030 deadline. Blackman highlighted that 92% of Barbados's policy documents are aligned with the SDGs, which places Barbados among top performers in the region. However, he stressed that complacency was not an option. The minister aimed to link persistent challenges that threaten to derail the country's efforts to rise, particularly in global hunger. He highlighted that the number of undernourished people worldwide increased from 774 million in 2014 to 821 million in 2017, compounded by a decline in agricultural investment between 2001 and 2017. The COVID-19 pandemic further complicated matters, eroding both local and international progress towards the SDGs, according to Blackman. In response to such challenges, the minister called for the multi-pronged approach to accelerate, urging intensified efforts and inclusive participation from government officials to ordinary citizens. He also proposed a nationwide campaign to increase awareness and ownership of the 2030 goals. The minister pledged the government support through effective policies, data analytics, and public education initiatives. On the international scene, Chidema Adetshina, the Miss South Africa beauty contestant at the center of a nationality row, has withdrawn from the competition in the best interest of her and her family's safety and well-being. Her withdrawal came a day after an investigation conducted by the Home Affairs Department discovered that her mother may have committed identity theft to become a South African national. Ms. Adetshina, the 23-year-old law student, disclosed she was born in Soweto, a township near Johannesburg, and grew up in Cape Town. She explained in media interviews that her father was Nigerian and her mother was a South African of Mozambican descent. Her roots have been the center of a social media storm for weeks, with some South Africans questioning whether she was a South African. As questions escalated, the organizers of the pageant asked for an investigation to be carried out ahead of the event scheduled for Saturday. On Wednesday, the department said it found that the identity of an innocent South African mother may have been stolen by Adetshina's mother. However, Ms. Adetshina could not have participated in the alleged unlawful action of her mother, as she was an infant at the time, the department said. Additionally, the department said it was conducting further investigations with the aim of pressing criminal charges while also obtaining legal advice on the implications of the alleged fraudulent activity on Adetshina's citizenship status. Finally, in sports, Noah Lyles has missed out on double Olympic gold after finishing third in the men's 200-meter final in Paris. The 100-meter champion, who is said to have tested positive for COVID-19, was treated by medical staff after the race. Letsile Tobago of Botswana won the race in 19.46 seconds, winning gold, while Kenny Bednarik came second in 19.62 seconds, winning silver. It is said that Lyles had hoped to emulate Usain Bolt at the Rio 2016 Games by securing both the 100-meter and 200-meter titles. He managed to win the 100-meter gold in Paris but could not compensate for what was again the slowest reaction time of the pack. Lyles fell on his back after the race before eventually sitting up to be tended to by medics who rushed out onto the track. It was later revealed that he tested positive for COVID-19 on Tuesday morning after he woke up with chills in the middle of the night. According to the 27-year-old, he quickly quarantined in a hotel but insisted on competing in the finals, though the illness affected his performance. Lyles said, "I do have COVID. I tested positive around 5 a.m. on Tuesday morning. Woke up in the middle of the night feeling chills, aching, sore throat, and those were a lot of symptoms I've always had right before getting COVID." This has been WEFM's Midday News, sponsored by Court St. Vincent Limited. I have been your presenter, Jessica Klein. Join us again at 3 p.m. for WEFM's 3 p.m. news, and we thank you for listening.
Get ready for the games at Court. Watch it, feel it, hear it, get it. Top brands at unbeatable